amazing how moods can change pretty quickly in this league?
I think this team play real good and real well when I bats against the wall, and we just needed a great win tonight, and I'm happy for the upset.
Billy D. Williams. Much has been made of your three-point shooting, but you stood out in the corner on Staten's basket. Ellis stood there by you too, right? How important was that to the overall play?
I've been hitting shots in practice, so Hugs just trying to give me confidence and tell me stand out there and get my feet set and have confidence and shoot the ball. So it's all a mind thing, and play was really drawing up as Javon goes set a screen at half court and I cut to the basket for alley hoop. So good play, great outstanding play by Juwan Staten and Javon Carter with some big shots, man, and great team effort with the win.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at a box score today, everybody played, did something.
Yeah.
You need that.
Oh no, it took a team effort. One man couldn't do it by himself. Defense was key today. We had started off early in the press, causing turnovers, and I think we had kind of bothered them. Wayne Selden, I don't think they was used to this much pressure.
Yeah.
You guys leave Iowa State Saturday,
yeah,
and it's obviously it's tough, and no one's happy about that. In 48 hours, how did you recover in time to do what you guys did?
To me, I'm 23 years old, and it's the best coach I ever played for. Bob Huggins is one the best coach in America, getting his guys prepared, getting his guys motivated, and we just left Iowa State behind that game series was over with, and we just focused on Kansas. They got the best record in the conference, and we just got ourselves together, and we had promised ourselves that we was going to upset them.
Final play, what are you thinking there? Jordan goes down the score, but then obviously Kansas has one more chance.
That was scary. That was
good.
Almost like a TCU game.
I was oh my God.
Thanks, John.
And plays the 3, the 4.
Yeah. Coach has me playing from the 2 to the 5. You know what I'm saying? I can play from on the wing, and I can play in the post as well because of my size. I feel like I'm big for my position, so I think I can play the guard as well.
Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it, man. Congratulations.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. So first off, coming off after the Iowa State loss, a couple-day really reset, and you come in here and you put up this kind of performance. Tell me a little bit about that.
It was good. I feel like we needed a loss like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that gave us a chance to come back together and regroup. It kind of brought us back closer. I think it brought us closer, and we definitely came in with the mindset that we really have to win this game. And I think we wanted it more tonight.
So you all felt like it was a must-win, and
it definitely was a must-win because we won. I think we won 3. I mean, we lost 3 out of the last 4, so it definitely was a must-win tonight.
Yourself too. You had a pretty strong performance out there. What have you been working on to really put together a performance like
Actually, I've just been working on making sure I make my shots, step-in shots. I definitely was in a drought at the beginning of the season, just getting adjusted to playing defense at that speed and getting back on offense and be able to make a play. But I definitely been working on making shots and locking down my defenders and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're really active tonight, it seemed like, on defense.
Yeah.
How did that really work out? Just product of the press, you feel like?
Yeah, that's just a product of the press. Hugs loves defense. You're going to play for defense more than you are offense. So I make sure that I was focused on that end of the night, and the offense just came by itself.
In the locker room after the game, what did Coach Huggins tell you all about?
Man, he loves us, man. He's glad we were on the same page tonight, and we really pressed. I feel like this is the best energy we had in a while. So I think he likes where we at right now. We're going to keep taking steps in the right direction.
Was that energy, has it been lacking, you feel like, the last couple of weeks?
No, I don't think it's been lacking. I think we just haven't been making our rotations as fast as we used to. You know what I'm saying? So I think we tweaked some things in practice and stuff and made sure we're in our spots. But I think we're going to be good.
And finally, man, Jawan, his final drop to the basket.
He's a good player. I feel like he can get it anywhere he wants on the floor. So I had 100% faith in him, and I'm glad he came through.
Was that the play that was drawn up? Or?
Yeah, it was actually another play, but he's a playmaker. So, you know what I'm saying? I have nothing wrong with that. I trust him 100%, and he made the play for us.
What was the other?
Feeling it tonight? Yeah, I was feeling it. I got in the gym real early. I think I was on the court at 6:30 for the game, shooting free throws and getting up shots.
What about the mob there at the end? Is that something you ever thought you'd experience here?
I mean, they did it when we beat TCU. So that one, it wasn't really a surprise. I wouldn't say that one was a surprise.
What the magnitude of the one Juwan was talking about, how you guys needed to get another resume win, a top 10, even top 25 win. What does this do, and just what was the magnitude, I guess, of it?
You know, we knew coming off a loss, we couldn't get another loss at home. But we knew we had to win this game. No matter what, we knew we had to win this game. So we just fought and just kept fighting.
Your second three, Juwan had a lot of options there, but he found you over in the Is that something you kind of earned by making that the one right before that?
I mean, I give him a whole lot of credit. Like you said, you know, he had a whole lot of options, but he knows who's scoring and how to get him the ball and when to give it to him. Like he got a good knack on doing that. So he knew my job when he get it, run the wing, find an open spot. He throw it to me. If I'm open, shoot it in.
As fast as I could. Drive it at John's man. If he helped, then John was supposed to go to the rim for a lob. I knew that once I spent back, I knew that I would have Chase on the right-hand side, but you know, when I spent, I didn't see anything but the rim, so I just went for the layup.
Describe the move. Describe the move you made to get free there. You got a name for it?
I just took what the defense gave me.
They didn't give you nothing, I didn't think.
Well, I mean, they overplayed me, so they ended up giving me the rim.
Did you see, or I don't know if Chase was supposed to screen there, but did you see that was set up? You could run around it.
Yeah, that was a set play.
Okay, so that was what it was. All right, and then Ellis just stayed on the corner.
Yeah, I mean, that was weird. That's the play that we wanted, and that's the man that I was reading. If he stepped up, then John was going to have a wide open shot. He didn't step up, and Frank Mason overplayed me, which gave me a wide open shot.
The timeout leading up to the final play, is Hugs any different at that moment than he is at any other timeout or any other part of the game?
Nah, Hugs is Hugs, you know. And you know, honestly, I wouldn't want to have him any other way. You know, I've gotten used to the way he is now, and you know, that's the way I expect him to be. So, you know, the way he is gets me pumped. So I don't want him to change.
What's he say? What's he do? Or is he just simply just draw up the play and say go out and do it?
Yeah, he drew the play up. He told me to look for it when I was coming down the court. Put everybody in the place so that if if Kansas helped, then you know we have an open shot somewhere. Everybody stayed home, and it gave me a shot. You know, that was just a great play that he drew up at the end.
You guys went from being down after the Iowa State game 48 hours later. What happens in between for you guys to pull this off tonight?
You know, we had a bad taste in our mouth for 48 hours. You know, we felt we played a hard game at Iowa State. We just kind of let it get away from us at the end. And you know, we knew that this game was going to mean a lot. You know, big Monday, quick turnaround, so we couldn't sulk on that game. But you know, obviously, we still had that in the back of our mind, and we wanted to get over that hump. So, you know, what better time than to come play Kansas 9 o'clock on Monday?
You know, it was a team win tonight. It was exactly a team win. You know, Wani did what he did, and you know, I try to do what I do, and Gary tried to do what he do. But all together, you know, we did it. That's one.
You guys were able to get a lot of second shots. How big was it for the guards to come down and really help you guys eat offensive glass?
It's big, man, because, you know, everybody's doing everything in their power to keep me off the board, you know, and it's rough sometimes, but, you know, we did it together tonight, man. Everybody rebounded. I think it was very equal for us, the boards and points tonight, and we got it done.
First of all, tell us how you diagram the game-winning play.
I wanted Wani coming with his shoulders facing towards our basket. And then I don't want to say all this. I mean, people know what we're doing next time. It's the same thing we did with Joe Alexander. It's the same thing we did with Day on the goaltend. It wasn't called a goaltend in the Georgetown game. How's that? Same setup.
Coach, are you any different a coach at that point and that timeout and that huddle than you are at any other point of the game? Is there something
What are you trying to say? Hopefully I'm better then, or?
I'm just wondering if you consciously have to, remind yourself of something at a time like that.
I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about how do we get the ball to the guy that we want to have the ball? How do we get him on the run at the goal? And how do I hold their bigs from being able to block shots? We were going to get it at the rim. I mean, those are, who takes it out of bounds? Who takes it out of bounds is going to make a pass that can get us turned towards the goal that way. There's a lot of things to think about. Really, I don't have time to think about what kind of coach I'm going to be then.
Is it hard to stay calm at a point like that?
No, because you're trying to think about what you want to do.
That's a lot less to think about when you got to say.
Yeah, well, I mean, you want to get him, but who's going to pass it? Who's going to set the screen, and how do you hold that guy? Well, it's the same move he made the Oklahoma State game, I think, and missed it. Really, I mean, he made a great move. He made a great move, but he made the same move the Oklahoma State game, but just didn't go in. A year ago, if you remember. I'm going to tell you the play he makes is an unbelievable play. He scores the goal, they get it out and throw it ahead of Perry Ellis, and he's the guy who runs in front of Perry Ellis to change his steps, his rhythm, made him kind of short step it a little bit, and he ends up missing the shot. I don't know if he got a piece of it. I know he altered his steps.
What went through your mind when you saw them throw long and it was completely?
I hope somebody's back there. Wanting made a great play. Wanting made a great play, and I don't even know who else was down there, but whoever else was down there that didn't let him really, tip it in.
48 hours in between the loss at Iowa State and the regroup and play this tonight.
We didn't go till 5 o'clock last night, so they had. I kind of wanted to give them as much time to recover as we wanted, but we went harder than what we've been going, on a short term like that. We went harder last night, and then we watched film today, and then we had another walkthrough. But it's like Seth Greenberg said. He said that was a great walkthrough. He said that was, you guys really had a great walkthrough. We had a lot of bounce on our stuff.
When did you decide to go harder on?
Because the other way wasn't working. Every time we didn't go hard, we ended up not just losing. We kind of panicked, I think. I don't know, Mitch, we in the top 25 now?
Yes.
Are we really?
Yes, in
How
both
about that?
polls.
The guy who votes for us in the preseason when no one else did, and we're 23 in the RPI, headed for teens, and we're not in the top 25 in the country. Amazing, absolutely amazing. And then really the intelligence to tweet it and say you did it. That's the best part. That's the best part. Let West Virginia know where you stand.
Now, see, I drive through this snow
Now,
to come up
I
and
hope
see
they
you.
throw your column on us.
Well, it looked like you backed out of full court trapping as much as you might have in any game this year. What was the thing?
Well, we had guys cramping up, and the guys that I wanted to have in the game were cramping up. Lonnie was cramping up. JC was cramping up. I got to have those guys in the game. So that's why we did it. I didn't do it for any reason other than I needed those guys on the floor.
22 teams votes.
Well,
How do you emphasize that?
Well, we haven't done very well of late. We went in with the year saying we had to have 10 turnovers or less every game, and we had to win the battle on the glass, and because we're going to create some turnovers, but we got to get more shots. We got more shots today. That's what we have to do. We don't shoot it as good as other people do, so we have to create more shots. And I thought it was a host of guys, but a lot of it came off penetration.
I know you don't want to get into the last play, but you have a screener and a three-point shooter out there, right? screener was your three-point shooter, and your three-point shooter probably wasn't your screen. I think Holt was at the corner too.
Well, we had some subs I didn't know was going to happen, quite frankly, so I had to make do. Well, I mean, we always put Chase at the end because, you know, he holds people. They don't come off a Chase, but I didn't have another big. And I had to have a big in the corner to hold him. I had to have a big in the corner to hold him, to hold that guy in the corner so we could get one turn loose at the rim.
You have big games from scoring with how people like John, kind of his old stuff. I mean, even Chase's screen is big. Billy D had a basket. He had little things even in small holes. It's like kind of what you needed just to kind of get it back.
Well, I thought Billy gave us good minutes. Billy, you know, he continues to learn. Billy, I'd rather had somebody else out there at the end when they shot the layup to go up by one because we're supposed to double that, and Billy didn't double it. You know, which isn't his fault. He just hasn't had the same reps that everybody else has had. It's his fault because he didn't play hard enough to deserve reps early, but he's been playing pretty hard of late. Yeah, I mean, I thought we got confident. I thought Nate was really good, really good. Nate kind of saved the bacon for us with his offensive rebound, and he got a huge defensive rebound down there.
Does this win take a lot of pressure off?
Why would it? You can't have it both ways now. I mean, I read your column. You can't have it both ways. We were.
Well, I'm wondering if I'm wrong.
I mean, why would it take pressure off of us? The whole thing is to play well enough to get seated high enough and have a high enough RPI that, especially with us the way we play, to get a decent seed. We got hard games coming. I mean, it doesn't. I don't know what pressure it takes off. I mean, we've got to go to Oklahoma State on Saturday, and they're playing really well.
Coach, does this feel like an NCAA tournament game, grinded out style?
No. The only thing it's like an NCAA tournament game is you get one day in between.
Mitch, how about the crowd tonight? 7,000, but to show up with the snow.
I know if you listened to the radio, you would have thought it was ice truckers, you know. God, I tell you what, I need to take some of those folks to Northeast Ohio a little bit. People just go; they don't mess around up there. No, it's great. It's great that those people came out. Now, I know we would have had a big crowd. They got really just dumped on, I guess, in Princeton and Bluefield and Beckley. And, I've been over that mountain enough, headed to Martinsburg, but I mean, it's not Martinsburg, yeah. Hedgesville over in there. That mountain's tough. And to have this many people was great. Students were great. Students were terrific.
Bob, that last defensive possession, letting it play out down to 10 seconds when you haven't really loved your half-court defense, enough time, though, obviously, to let that possession play out without fouling?
Well, I mean, at the worst, we were going to have to come down and make a three. The people they had on the floor, we talked about fouling, but they took the guys out that we were going to foul. I mean, at the end of the game, they had Ellis, who's just made free throws. They have Mason, who has made everything he threw up. They have Selden, who is shooting in league play 50% from three, so you got to figure he's going to make free throws. They had Brandon Green, who's probably the best shooter in America. We got foul. We had to get a stop. But to get a stop, and we still had time.
Did you like how that defensive possession played out? As far as, I mean, I know he got to the rim.
I liked it better than the other one, yeah.
Anything else?
For what? I didn't even think about that. I don't think I got it last year, to be honest with you. Well, I was going to. My wife said never came in and checked, so I don't know. I don't do that. My wife does all that. I don't. Could she? Yeah, she gets anything she wants in us.
What's the difference in a player that can't do, let's say, can't miss that shot anymore?
We probably would, if you don't have Jawan State, you probably foul. Even though they had people in there and hope if they miss a free throw or come down and try to make a three, probably. No, I still think the play of the game was him running back and making that play. As I tell him all the time, if he ever played baseball, he probably could intercept it. He's one of them guys, you know, he probably played right field. They hit it, you know, kind of a short fly out there, and he came running in and fell over his head. I tell him that all the time. He has a hard time judging them balls in the air.
What does he mean to Carter? He seems to think him on that one.
Yeah, but I mean, he's really done him, Dax. But I mean, Bob, you know, Jay-Sean Carter's a special freshman. I mean, to step up and make the shots that he made. I mean, he made big shots when it was getting away from us. And I'm calling plays for him, and I'm just sitting there thinking, after I called him, I just called a play for a freshman, and I got the player of the year, in the Big 12 preseason player of the year, and I'm calling plays for the freshman. But I just felt like he could make them. And Wani found him in transition the one time was a huge play.
We're off topic. Did you ever get any more information on the guy you tweeted about the other day? The house.
That was, my wife did that too.
Okay.
I mean, she got one of the GAs to tweet it on my Twitter because she said she doesn't have Twitter.
Right.
She just wanted people to see what was going on over at the house, I guess. I mean, off the record.
Sure.
I mean, how do you get mad at a guy when you've done it yourself?